This is what had happened in 2023. In 2023, all of us were very bullish on Hyderabad. We'd all given them a thumbs up like that on qualifying. We said that this team has to qualify. Look at the guns that they have, everything. It's going to do well. And what happened?
Chindia
ho gaye, correct? Came 10. So now what happens is Mr. Bhogle, with his Hyderabad, the origin story, everybody just keeps telling him, you jinxed it, you jinxed it. We got a lot of that as well. So this year, because we are such fans of him, of Hyderabad, of the team, of the players there, I decided to orchestrate a reverse jinx. It's not on them, it's on me. I said, we're going to orchestrate a reverse jinx. We're all going to give it no chance to qualify, and that will make them qualify. And for that, I would like some thanks. Gift vouchers would be nice as well. But I would like some thanks. I'd like all of you to make some clips. Call me the super orange fan. I'm kind of wearing a very close to kind of color. अब सर मैं बताना नहीं चाह रहा था, but now we're all friends, so I've told everyone. Is that okay?
कोई बात नहीं, तुमको एक jeans का gift voucher दे देंगे. वो 4 साल के बाद नजर आ जाएगी.
Jeans. Oh, because I have so many jeans. I have good. He's saying I have good gene pool. Very good gene. That's what happened. चलो ठीक है, अब सच बता ही देते हैं आपको. अब जो everyone is celebrating in the streets in Hyderabad what we have done. We tell you what and the exact reason with Mumbai is the exact reason I had, and they will, I'm sure, give their explanations as well. That was the reason why I thought that Hyderabad would not qualify. I thought that the succession plan, I thought that there was a little confusion at the top last. We've seen that with Warner, we've seen that with Tom Moody in and out. We've seen that with Brian Lara going, captain changing, Pat Cummins coming. I genuinely thought that it would be unsettled, and I'm first to admit that they sorted it out, and they sorted it out beautifully, and they were fantastic. And I have really enjoyed watching Head and Abhishek Sharma bat. Abhishek's the batter of the tournament for me, so I've really enjoyed that and their success.
Absolutely, but remember one thing. 51 times T20 internationals, Pat Cummins has played 51 T20 internationals, has never captained. Okay?
Yeah.
Hasn't captained New South Wales, hasn't captained anybody. A couple of years back, he made a statement where he was asked that, you're test captain, you're this thing. Why aren't you this thing? He says, I'm just learning T20 cricket. I enjoy hiding in the boundary. The words he used was hiding in the boundary and bowling my overs.
Yeah.
So that is the guy who we were thinking about when we said
that was yours, fair. Yeah.
And now this guy turned out, and the second thing that happened, I think what we didn't pay enough attention to, which we should have, was the fact that Vettori was there, and Vettori is an integral partner of the Australian think tank for the last few years. Yeah. So Vettori, Cummins and Head together was something that we just did not
anticipate. Also to note, we didn't see the Head resurgence coming like that. Yeah. Wasn't even picked for the first game.
Yep.
Travis Head was not picked for the first game. He came in the second game. It might have been the game against Mumbai. Hits it straight to Tim David at mid-off, off Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
See how the 2 seasons traveled thereafter. Yeah. Hits it straight to Tim David, who drops about 2 catches a year.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 catches every 2 years. And he puts that one down. They make 277 that day. And they say what we in Hyderabad say, Uppar ki hawa lag gayi.
Nice.
It's a nice.
Uppar ki hawa lag gayi, apne aap se patang udte ja raha.
Yeah, it was good. And see, that's it. Fortune has to go your way. In fact, in the last game as well, Fortune went their way because they played a depleted Punjab Kings side yesterday and got those 2 points. Again, you don't choose your opposition, right? So nothing on Hyderabad. They didn't choose.
I don't want to give the impression it was just luck. I think they played sensational.
Don't think good fortune goes their way. When you're playing well, these bits of fortune also go your way to make that play even better.
Everyone has a catch dropped at some point. What they did with that.
Exactly, yes.
Incredible. What Head and Abhishek Sharma did. Abhishek Sharma told Travis Head the day he landed, he said, "Wo Travis bhai first game nahi khele. But I told him for last 1.5 years, I've been watching only your videos.
Wow.
Because I want to play like you."
Wow.
And they're having this discussion, these two. Can you imagine this young kid from Punjab, Delhi coming over to Hyderabad and having this conversation with Travis Head, and between them, they're setting the tournament alight.
Amazing.
Yeah, they really have been a fascinating story, and the two of them have got 1,000 runs together. All right, listen, should we just carry on talking about Hyderabad? We can do 2 and then we can do 1. That's fine.
We can.
Is that okay? Change things up?
In many ways, these two were the teams of the tournament.
Yeah. Well, since we are talking about them, and since they have been a story that we have all loved, contrary to popular opinion, some Hyderabad fans think that we hate them. We don't hate anybody.
But there's enough fans who will tell you that you hate everybody.
But can I tell you, to be honest, like when people ask me, like, which team are you favoring? I said, I've been doing this for 17 years. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
Correct.
I don't. We have enough people we like, enough friends, enough style of play to like every team. right? A little bit here, a little bit there. It's just too close now, right? It's like asking, which is your favorite family member? Wait, actually.
No. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Sorry,
don't say it.
Sorry, okay, they're watching. All right, sorry. Close. Well, Hyderabad's journey, let's have a look at that. Of course, Harsha just told you their origin story. There was that first game, I tell you. I thought Klaasen would win that, right? The way he was going. And that was crazy. They lost that game, right? You thought at that time, oh, can they not? They came against Mumbai. They won that. Then they lost to Gujarat. And you're like, we still don't know. I don't know. And then the green flags kept coming, Joy.
Yeah,
one green jhandi after another. And that train just took off like a bullet train.
And they just, I think the big thing was that they also got that formula of saying that they are a team that sets targets. And then when they lost 2 matches, they said that, if you remember Pat Cummins saying that, I think we have to learn to chase targets now.
Yeah.
And then they got to do that as well. And I think that's the thing that, it is always easier to set targets than to chase targets. With the kind of cricket they play.
Yeah.
Their ideal game is to put 250 on the board and say, do what you want to now.
Yeah.
I've got enough.
But the ability to do that again and again.
Now look at the Hyderabad side and look at Kolkata, who also qualified, batting down to number 8. Ramandeep comes at 8.
Yeah.
Look at RCB, Dinesh Karthik comes at 7 sometimes.
Yeah.
Look at Rajasthan Royals. Sometimes they've got Dhruv Jurel batting at 7.
Correct.
Who are the batters for Sunrisers this year? Let's look past Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, Henrik Klaasen.
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah. And then they got a few from...
Idhar udhar.
They got Nitish Reddy.
Correct. Idhar udhar.
Yeah, correct.
Banaye 3 logon ne.
The bulk.
And they were making 270, 280 on the back of 3 success stories.
Yeah.
Not once did they think, what if we are 10 for 2 playing like this?
And they were. I remember there was
and
a couple of games
keep
they
going.
were.
If you remember who they dropped, at the time when they lost 2, who do they drop? They're not being able to score the runs. They're not being able to chase. They drop Aiden Markram and bring in Marco Jansen. Yeah. Which is like an attacking ploy. You're not, instead of going defensive, you're taking another attacking thing.
Yeah.
And then they go to the Sri Lankan spinner.
Yeah.
I mean, so what you're looking at is that they are in a situation where instead of doubting themselves that can we score as this thing, they'll say, okay, these guys will get me runs. If they don't get me today, most days, 9 days out of 10, these 3 will get me the runs.
Yeah, it is, Joy, one of the universal truths of playing T20 or any cricket, which they embodied. They never thought, what if we fail? They always thought, what if it comes off?
Yeah.
And when it came off dramatically. I mean, on that list, April 15th, they went to Chinnaswamy.
Yeah.
They'd already hit 277 and we thought, man, 277 is a summit. In the next few years, someone else will get there.
Correct.
And they got 287.
Correct. That was, how many days later was that?
15th.
So it was 27 to 15th.
And then another 23 days later, they played Lucknow and they got 116 under 10 overs.
Yeah, correct. On the 8th of May.
So they've told us this is how T20 can be played. Don't worry about what's coming at the end. So these 2 at the top. And Klaasen, last evening, Klaasen played some shots. And you were thinking, where did those shots come from? So I thought that was the story of Hyderabad.
The 60 hits on the back foot, right? When he just pounds it over mid-wicket. That ball's not even that length. Nah. That's a top of off-hitting ball. The fact that he can go back there and hit that, he's just...
And he just hits it so low. So it's all high trajectory. You see, not flat 6, it's all whoop.
Yeah, and how's he getting under that ball? You don't understand.
So Brian Lara Nair was talking about the power in the legs.
That's it, the wicket-keeper.
So the power in the legs and the thighs is so powerful, the lower body, that he can get his momentum from
Momentum. We talk about Head and Abhishek. They got 1,000 runs between them. And they've got them both have a strike rate of over 200, which effectively means what, right? What does that mean? If you're playing 14 games, that means you're getting about 70, 80 runs in every game, right? Between the 2 of you in 40 balls. So effectively, you're getting a rough math, about a 75-run power play as an average. Now, we have been talking about power play being 55, a good power play being 65. These guys were getting 75 like it was, getting coffee on a Monday morning.
And one day 125.
So I'm saying it's an average, right?
Correct.
So when they got the 125, then you started thinking, 80, 85 for them is like, well, I can't say baएं हाथ का खेल because they're both left-handed. दाएं हाथ का खेल, उल्टे हाथ का खेल. But just the way they were doing it, they showed how it's played. I'll tell you what, Phil Salt and Sunil Narayan and these 2, this was proper power play fear. it's fear, right? As a bowling team, you're fearful.
Absolutely. And you talked about the power play. Within 4 or 5 overs, they're thinking, where is this game going? How do we stop this runaway train?
Yep.
And that can hurt you because you think, एक top lag jayega, एक यहाँ lag jayega, and next thing you know, हाँ lag jayega, लेकिन scoreboard देखो.
Yeah.
Scoreboard is 80, 85, 90, and I was lucky. I did a lot of those games, and I promise you, every game you went to for Hyderabad, you said, is this going to go on? Because we were clouded by our past. We were thinking, कि नहीं हो सकता. And they redefined. So I think, of the many stories of this year's IPL, the fact that these two just redefined what it was to open the batting was one of the biggest.
Yes, for me, it's like England in ODIs. They just changed the way ODIs were played. I think these two for the IPL have set a template, which the other teams are also following now, but they have just done it in such an incredible way.
So you're saying an Australian and a Kiwi basically adopted baseball, which is basically a Kiwi, right?
Exactly.
But the Kiwi is Aussie now.
Yeah, the Kiwi
is virtually Aussie now.
Yeah, so there you go. So 2 Aussies basically adopted baseball for T20 cricket and just showed you how it's done. Well, that's actually been fantastic. Abhishek, for me, definitely batter of the tournament.
46s hasn't, okay, what is a perfect T20 template? 46s hasn't faced 30 balls in any of his innings.
Yeah.
So less than 30 balls.
You know, it wasn't that long ago that we used to have people saying, no, you're the lead batter, bat through, play 50 balls. No, you don't play 50 balls. He didn't play 30 balls once.
Yeah, he was.
Can you imagine if he had, what would have happened? It's not saying don't ever play 30 balls, but he changed games in that much time.
So he was the typical template of go big or go home. So he was really doing that, and he'd go big and he'd send the opposition home. All right, if I was to round it up for them, if you had to retain one foreign player and one Indian player, who would that be?
One foreign player, again, now I'm going to say it because I have no other choice to say. The foreign player retain is Pat Cummins because I think the way he's changed this team is...
100% you retain Pat Cummins.
Okay.
For me, Pat Cummins and Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah. Abhishek Sharma, excellent. I think this team, there have been 2 teams essentially which have shown a lot of new Indian players, and the Indian players doing well. I think Hyderabad was one. Indian players did well. The other was Punjab. Actually, their Indian players did well as well. But we'll come to that later. But here, definitely the Indian players, whether it's Nitish Kumar Reddy, somebody who we saw, Natarajan, come back from injuries.
Bhuvi did well.
Bhuvi was really good as well. So there was some Indian stories in there as well.
But they'll be sweating over the retention rules because normally retention rule is no more than 2 overseas players, right?
Yeah.
And they want Head, they want Klaasen, they want Cummins.
Yeah.
So they'll be sweating a little bit on. They'll be one of the teams that say, have 8 retentions.
Yeah, true.